Hey guys, my name is Austin, this is Hawaii Camera, and today I'm going to show you how to balance a Glidecam HD-2000. Today we're using the 5D Mark III with a 16-35 and a Sennheiser MKE 400 microphone. This is a really common setup for videographers, especially wedding videographers. And then today we're using the Glidecam HD-2000. First thing with the Glidecam that I have to point out is that the balance is probably the most crucial part of this tool. It's not an automatic tool where you can slap a camera on it and then you're going to get amazing results. It's going to take a little bit of time and practice to get it going right. And I'm going to show you how to set it up perfectly today. First of all, you want to extend the sled so that it's wide, and you always want the sled to run parallel with the top of the base. Today I'm going to use two weights on the sled for our 16-35 and 5D Mark III. We've already gone ahead and we've installed the Manfrotto quick release plate on the bottom of the camera as well as on top of the Glidecam so that you can slide the camera on and off a lot faster instead of taking off the top plate and mounting it to the camera each time. I usually like to use a C-stand or a regular light stand with the 5/8 receiver here because the bottom of the Glidecam has a socket so that you can place it on top of the light stand while you balance it. That slides right on, and you'll notice right away that the camera isn't balanced properly. The whole goal of the Glidecam is to get the center of gravity right where the gimbal pivots. If you have the balance here, any movement that you place on the Glidecam is going to keep it upright perfectly. When balancing the Glidecam, the amount of plates that you use on the sled is very important. The whole idea is to get the length of the Glidecam as long as possible so that you have a more stable rig overall. Today I know that we only need two weights because I've done this balance many times, but you may need just one weight on the bottom or you might need 3 or 4. One of the most important parts of balancing the Glidecam is going to be the sled test. You basically want to take the whole rig and turn it parallel with the ground, just like this, and then when you let go, you want it to take between 1 to 3 seconds for it to return back to perpendicular with the floor. If the pole is too short, your whole setup is going to be top heavy and it's going to want to spill overhead like this. If the unit is too long, it's going to return to the bottom too quickly. And I'll show you how to do it here. So right now the unit is bottom heavy and it's going to return back to normal way too fast. When shooting with the Glidecam, you want it to stay completely upright while you're shooting and moving with it. If you move and the Glidecam doesn't stay completely up and down, you know that your balance is off. Right now the Glidecam is a little bit bottom heavy, so I'm going to shorten the pole. If you shorten it a little bit, you want to make sure to keep it straight on with the camera, and we're going to do the sled test again. So that's a little bit better. We're going to go a little bit shorter just so that we can get between 1 and 3 seconds on the return time. That's probably about where I would shoot it. You can see that it doesn't return to the bottom too quick, so you know that the center of gravity and the center of balance is right about here. This means that you're pretty much ready to go, and all you have to do is fine-tune the top of your sled. You'll notice that there are 2 locking screws on each side with 4 total for each axis that you want to position the Glidecam in. I'm going to loosen these 2 on this side and these 2 on this side, and that's going to allow your forward and backward fine-tuning of the entire sled. If I turn it clockwise, the whole unit will want to lean forward. And if I turn it counterclockwise, the whole unit will go backward. You want to find the right balance, and as soon as you find that, you want to loosen these 4 down below. And this will allow your side-to-side movement. This is your side-to-side controller. Turning that clockwise will again affect the direction that it leans from side to side. The light stand is especially useful because you can get all movement out of the Glidecam and you can make sure that it rests level before you shoot. At this point you want to tighten up all your locking screws. And you're ready to shoot. As soon as you have the Glidecam balanced, you're ready to go, but shooting with it requires some skill as well. You're going to support the Glidecam with one hand, which is responsible for all of your movements, and your other hand is going to be responsible for all your panning and tilting. You want to get really good at barely touching the pole so you can combine nice pans and nice tilts for a nice smooth motion. While you're shooting, a good way to check that your camera is still balanced is to give it a quick punch test. If you rapidly move the camera back and forth and it stays perfectly upright, you know that you still have a good balance. Throughout the day, you might need to do some minor adjustments on your controls here, but other than that, that's basically how you do it. My name is Austin, and this is Glidecam.